Today, we're going to talk about a major pressing issue that our world's environment is currently facing. This issue that is currently threatening the sustainability of our environment is the use and disposal of plastic drink bottles. The issue of disposable single-use plastic drink bottles can be contributed in large to three problems, including the use of bisphenol A, the use of phthalates, and the inability to recycle certain types of bottles. These problems threaten and harm human and wildlife, which in turn threaten the sustainability of our Earth. The first problem of plastic bottles is their inclusion of bisphenol A in the plastic. Also called BPA, bisphenol A is a carcinogen named in a 2016 study by Case Western Reserve University with many detrimental effects. While BPA does provide the benefit of making the plastic clear and strong, it has many more detrimental qualities. BPA can lead to cancer, cause neurological difficulties in women, developmental problems, and many other problems. BPA is a horrible chemical to have in contact with our bodies, and water bottles that contain it must be reduced. Another problem of plastic bottles is their use of phthalates, which make the bottles more flexible. The flexibility of a bottle is not worth the dangers that are brought about by phthalates, which are endocrine disruptors. A 2015 study from the University of Missouri has shown that phthalates are endocrine disruptors, which cause developmental and reproductive effects. These effects include a reduced sperm count in men, testicular tumors, and gender development and identity issues. We must work to remove plastic bottles and in turn phthalates from our lives. The third, and arguably most obvious danger resulting from plastic bottles is that certain types of bottles either cannot be or are not recycled. The American Chemistry Council's 2016 U.S. Postconsumer Plastic Bottle Recycling Report shows that only 29.7% of plastic bottles are recycled. This lack of recycling is the result of the requirement of bottles being sorted according to their specific type of plastic prior to recycling. One leftover bit of food or bottle in the wrong category can spoil an entire batch of otherwise would-be recycled plastics. Oftentimes, there are also additives in number 1 PETE and number 2 HDPE plastics, which leave them unrecyclable. As a result of the inability to recycle 72% of bottles, these bottles end up in landfills and oceans. Oceans are particularly dangerous, as marine wildlife can choke on the plastic or eat it and end up with these dangerous chemicals in their bodies. Evidence for the plastic in the oceans can be seen in the 79,000-ton plastic garbage patch floating in the Pacific Ocean that came from municipal and industrial waste that leaked into rivers. The evidence of this plastic garbage patch in the Pacific Ocean comes from a 2018 scientific report study. The solution to the problem of plastic bottles is very simple: reduce. Many municipalities have already taken steps to reduce the use of plastic bottles, as cities such as Seattle, New York, and San Francisco have banned the purchase of bottled water with government funds. Another way to reduce is by using a reusable water bottle. By using a metal water bottle, the need for plastic bottles is reduced. A third solution is using a water filter at home. By having cleaner water at home, tap water is encouraged to be used by the average consumer rather than bottled water. A fourth solution is using larger bottles. By using a larger bottle, whenever plastic bottles cannot be avoided, the consumer is using less plastic per volume of water, which reduces some of the plastic problem even if it does not completely eliminate it. A final solution is voting for green politicians who support environmentally friendly policies. By doing this, our government will encourage and require individuals to follow these solutions that we have already laid out. By committing ourselves to these solutions as both individuals and a society, we can move towards a world that is safe from the dangers we face from disposable plastic drink bottles.